How's it going, guys? It's Nick and Andrew.
I'm Nick.
G.H.O.S.T TV, and we'll be in here a little bit more, getting there. Alright, so today we're going to be doing the review of the KWA RIS, which is my new gun, and I just ordered it off the Airsoft Megastore. And I don't know where you prefer to order it off of, but I ordered it off of Airsoft Megastore because I was looking to get it for a cheaper price. Now, a lot of you saying, well, most stores sell for the same price. That's true. They do sell for $369. But if you use the 5% return code, you get $20 off.
And the code is return5.
There you go. So I got it for $340, which was a bargain. So I ordered my gun. It got here in a week. Perfect. I ordered it on a Friday. I got it the next Monday. Perfect. So we get the gun and opened it. This is the front of the box. It says KWA engineered to outperform. Very true. So on the box it says designed for 25 gram BBs or 0.25 gram BBs or higher, which is very true, but I use 0.23s because, I don't know, I just prefer them over 0.25s. So, I just threw the jamming rod in there, nothing special. 360 round KWA magazine. Really good mag. Metal. It's worth it. Okay, so, this did not come with the gun. Bought it myself. Highly recommend a 9.6 1600 milliamp battery. Works really good with the gun. Very good. And we'll get into batteries a little bit later. So, we're going to take the gun out of the box. It's a little heavy. This gun itself weighs about 7.8 pounds. It's got its own weight to it. Now, a lot of you saying, well, in the picture online, I saw it with a carrying handle. That is true. I took it off, gave it to him, because he likes M16 carrying handles. So, in trade for that, give me a flip-up sight, which I prefer a lot more because I don't like those.
More modernized kind of look to it.
Exactly.
Plus quicker.
Yeah. So, we're going to break it down. So, the gun, it's full metal. Everything's metal except the stock. And even the triangle sight's metal. And the orange flash hider is metal also. So, the only plastic part is actually the pistol grip and the stock, which that's pretty decent. So, we're going to go over it. Alright, so, the carrying handle was there. Got rid of it. Now, we got the KWA logos on there, all over this. Now, the one really unique thing about the KWA guns is that each and every single one of them have their own individual serial number. So, if you have a friend or a buddy that you know has a KWA, check his serial number and see if it's the same as yours. And if it is, then they're lying to us. So, we're going to check out from... Hold on a second. Alright, there we go. So, charging handle. It's got a really good realistic noise. Awesome. Pull it back to reveal the hop-up, as all of you should know. I hope so. So, this gun comes with 3 firing modes. Safe, semi, full auto. On these modes, semi-auto, you're shooting about 400 FPS. Very good. Very consistent. Full auto, 400 FPS. You're shooting about 25 bullets per second, right around that area, which is very fast, with a 9.6 1600 milliamp battery. And this gun is LiPo ready. So if you want to throw a LiPo in there, go ahead and do it. But I wouldn't suggest it. One, LiPo's technology right now, at the moment, it's okay, but they need to perfect it before anything. I mean, they run in your guns, but it's got that. You want a long life of your gun, and live poly is just not the way to go right now.
Generally, you don't want to get a live poly just for precautionary reasons, and wear and tear is a very big
factor.
That's what I almost said element, but whatever. And it's you got to take precautions with any sort of gun. Most people don't know this, but every gun. Has a 70% chance of breaking if not taken care of properly, and is tended to when it's needed to, like after every match. So keep that in mind, and that'll come in good use.
Alright, thank you. So, you got a crane stock on this gun, and a lot of you saying, what the hell is that sticker? The sticker comes with the gun. I threw it on there because I was bored. So, now you're going to get the gun, and a lot of you, I don't know how you like to shoot, but you can have it really short at number 0, right? So, you can either have it at 0, or, Nick, pull it down for me. And then I got it. 1, 2, 3, and it goes all the way to 5. I like to keep mine at 2. It's very nice and comfortable for me. I'm not very much of a long-armed guy, so I like it at 2. right there. Anyway, let's get down to the other things. So, full metal body. One of Nick's favorite features on guns is having these numbers on the thing so you can actually sight in to where you are, and if you want to take a scope off so you can fit it in certain storage units, you can just reset it back to whatever number you had it at, and there you go. You're good.
That way you keep everything zeroed in, and if you know how to measure your scope in or any sort of attachment, it's always handy to have these numbers, which is like T1, T3, T5, and it goes by every other number.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
So, anyway. Now, I'm going to show you a little couple of things about the gun that's cool. One, the KWA comes with a really, 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 really good motor. The KWA stock motor is one of the fastest stock motors put in guns, from my opinion. Every gun I've ever shot, and I've shot quite a few, this is one of the fastest guns to be pulling back a spring that can shoot 400 plus FPS with about 25 shots per second, which is pretty darn good. And not to say only is that it's fast, it's a very good motor, and it just does its job. So that's one of the big things about KWA. Their parts are very high quality, which you're going to get your money's worth out of it.
Yeah, and most people, they're like, oh yeah, when I buy a new gun, I probably want to get a new motor too. No, stick with this motor. This motor is going to live up to its expectations. Exactly. So you're going to be ready for whatever may come when you get that motor with that gun. So all the parts in here, I think Drew can agree with me, and I can agree with Drew that you're pretty much set to go. You're not going to be disappointed with this one.
Exactly. Like Nick said, a lot of people buy. Now I'm not putting these certain brands down, but I'm actually putting KWA above them just because of the quality and how good their guns are made. But I'm saying certain brands like, well, I'm going to buy a D-Boys or a JG.
No, it's fine.
A D-Boys or a JG or AGM. Those are good brands, but some people buy them and say, oh, I'm going to change the motor. In this case, it's not the case for this. This is a great motor, and, you know, it's very good. Now, the gearbox is the 2-gen gearbox, 9mm bearings. Very good gearbox, very, you know, it's good. It does its job. Now, some of you may notice that from the older KWAs, the pistol grip got skinnier, which I think is good.
More realistic and more comfortable.
Exactly. It's not the big fat one they used to have on there, which I didn't like. On the gun, you got 2 sling mounts, one here, one on each side in the back, which is cool, which, you know, that's good enough feature. Now, just to show you this magazine, the magazine's very sturdy in the mag well. So, you know, instead of having those loose wobbly guns when you're running, you hear clacking. There you go. That's it. And what you hear in there is the BBs rattling. So yeah, everything comes out really nice. Now I'm gonna show you something really cool. Now a lot of you may notice that when you get your gun, it's gonna have 2 tabs to install the battery. Pull the 2 tabs outward, and there you go. Now I know what a lot of you are thinking. You're like, wow, that's kind of different compared to the
G&G,
yeah, and all M4s with a crane stock usually have this type of crane stock. This is my G&G Noveski hard. Now look, KWA backing, G&G backing, crane stock. This one, look, nothing comes apart. These 2 pieces, I can't stand this. That's awesome.
One solid piece.
Exactly.
And the clips on the back.
And the clips on the back are easier to pull.
G&G.
As you can see,
just like one actually snapped off.
Yeah, as you can see.
Because when we first got the gun, Andrew was trying to get it off. He couldn't really figure it out at first, but he accidentally broke one off because he didn't know how to take it off properly. I don't think that was his fault, but maybe they needed to go more with the KWA style. So.
Now, a lot of you guys are like, oh, you know, that whole lipo thing that I just said before, you're still going to go with a lipo anyway, which is fine because it's your gun. You can do whatever you want with it. But my personal choice, I don't like lipos. Anyway, cool thing about KWA is that they took their guns and they made their wiring short. You don't have 12 feet of wire sticking out of the back of your crane stock, so you can't fit, you don't have room in there. So if you do want to put a small lipo, like panels, the panel lipos, they actually made it to where there's room in the stock or in the backing, so you can put the lipo on there and there's that space for it. So look, you put it in, and all this room in here, you have panels in, and it runs, and you can have your live poly battery without having to get a battery pack on the outside, which is I think is very convenient. Guys, so I was going to show you the hop up and how, and if you look at it, you're not going to have a broken bucking, which is all I was trying to say. But for some reason, I think when I put my gun back in, I tried to clean the hop up. It's not working for me at the moment. Of course, when I want to have a demonstration, nothing's going to work for me. So, just my life, and it's how it go. Anyway, so, tighten that back on. Very disappointed it didn't come off, because I really want to show you guys. Anyway, so,
good hop up.
It's a good hop up. It works fine. I took about a bag to break the bucking in the hop up. So, don't get discouraged if your hop up's not going to work right away, because it's not broken. It's just, everything takes time to, break in. It's like a new car. So
Not used to it at first, and when you hit the
1,000 mile mark, it's nice.
1,000 mile mark, you're just like, ooh.
So
I'm used to it now.
Anyway, yeah, I tried messing with a hop up. You're gonna be like, oh, my hop up's broken. That's not true. Just leave it. Anyway, this gun shoots, very nicely. Click our shooting test to check it out. Other than that, this is probably my favorite gun I've ever owned, and I've owned about 6 to 7 guns in my lifetime. I've been playing for about 4 or 5 years now. And KWA is now one of my favorite brands, not just because I own this gun, but just because how much time and effort they put into making of their guns, which I think is amazing. Nick, I don't know, I think Nick's maybe shot my gun a couple times. What do you think about it?
You know what? It's not for me to judge, but I will say that this is a very high quality gun, and whoever buys it is sure to be pleased, and any expectation that you have of this gun, it will be met. So no need to worry. Get this gun, Airsoft Megastore, and I'm pretty sure that it's on other sites too. But we got this. Well, Andrew got this for 5% off return 5. We told you before at the beginning of the video, and he got a pretty good deal for this, and it's overall it's satisfying.
Just to let you know before we end this video, this is the kind of BBs we're using from Hudson Valley Airsoft Field. The bioval BBs, biodegradable .23s. They're black. I like the black, so no one can see me shooting at them. Anyway, so check it out and tell me what you thought about the review. We started doing reviews not too long ago. So thanks, guys.
Comments below, and
peace out.
Be sure to tune in. So
peace out, guys.
Peace.